Hey, so it's Tuesday and I'm just now starting this. Because why? It has been so busy. Um, I don't know. I've just been busy and working a lot and then trying to just like spend time with the kids and the family. So I just didn't film for like 3 days, which is fine. But I did read and I wanted to catch you up on the reading that I've been doing. And it's weird because I'm like super indecisive. So I've been like bouncing around between a bunch of stuff. So I'm still reading in Women's War, which is what I'm reading right now. You can see I'm about that far in. And then I've been reading Ash Princess, which enjoying that one. And then I've also been reading Crystal Crowned on my Kindle and really enjoying that one. So I've been reading like 3 books right now. Who am I? I used to be like only one at a time, and now I'm like reading multiples at a time. So I don't know who I am right now. But Ash Princess is a lot of fun, which is weird to say about a book that has that dark of a concept. So if you haven't read Ash Princess, like this kingdom invaded and killed the queen, and then they kept the queen's daughter alive, who was like 6 years old at the time. They kept her alive in order to like literally just punish her and like publicly beat her if there was like rebel groups in order to like try to keep the rebels under control and like cool. And it's a fun book. But no, I'm really enjoying it. Like it's definitely a YA book, so it's a lot faster to read. But I'm really liking it. It's fun. So we're gonna see. I love anything that's like a princess trying to get her throne back, and then there's magic and revenge and like all kinds of trickery. It's fun. It's a good time, and I'm really liking it. And then Crystal Crowned. Y'all know I love the Air Awakens series. Like I'm so happy that I found it on Kindle Unlimited and I've been reading it. And y'all, this is the last book in this series, and I'm my heart, like it's a YA book, but it kind of borders on adult with some of the theming, I think. Definitely. But yeah, if you can pick up the Air Awaken series by Elise Kova, like that one, I super recommend. This last book has probably been my favorite so far. And I definitely want to read her next series that is set after this one. So we're excited to read that. But yeah, that's how my week has been going so far. The kids are playing outside. My house is clean now, and I'm gonna read some more of Women's War right now because I want to finish all of these books like soon. Because I'm so indecisive, like I want to keep starting new books, but like then I don't finish. So I need to finish some because I also bought Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, and I really want to read that. Like I had credits on my Kindle, so I was like, I'll just buy it as an ebook because I couldn't bring myself to buy the book depository cover, the UK cover, and I don't like the US cover of Warbreaker. Eventually, I'll buy a hardcover probably from Book Depository, but I had credits on my Kindle, so I just got it that way. But and then I still need to finish reading The Great Hunt and then Benti. I have both of those on my like this month's TBR, the Benti series and The Great Hunt. And so I need to finish these books. And then I added in an extra book. So I finished Shadow and Bone. So I don't know who I am right now, but we'll see. Hello. I have been so bad at like doing updates this week. I don't know why. It's not like I've been extra busy. I've just been But I am like almost 300 pages into Women's War. I'm over halfway done with Ash Princess as well. And I'm going to make more progress on Crystal Cage in the Air Awaken series. So I'm really excited. There's been so much going on. I did buy a stationary bike, so I'm going to be using that much more often. So I'm really excited about using that. I tried to put purple in my hair and my daughter's, just like cheap stuff that I bought, but it didn't take too terribly well. But whatever, it was fun while we did it. And there's some. One of these days, whenever like stuff opens back up, I'm gonna get my hair like actually done because it's a hot mess right now. But what's kind of nice is I can set my tablet on the exercise bike and like either watch something, or I can probably read an ebook while I'm riding in the mornings and at night. So that's gonna be really cool. So maybe it'll help me, stay active while we're on lockdown and get some more reading done. So that's like a win-win, right? Also, I had a book outlet box come in today. Because, stress shopping. I also have an Amazon order that I'm waiting on. The Amazon books, though, are a bunch of, like, second books, like, finishing series. So, like, I'll show you when they come in. But, like, I'm reading Ash Princess, so I ordered Lady Smoke and Ember Queen. And I have the third book in the Nevernight series, so I ordered Nevernight and God's Grave. So I kind of, like, finished off some series that I already have. Like, I got Supernova, and then I forgot to get the Toll. But I'll show you what I got from Book Outlet here in just a second. It's not, like, a huge order, and I kind of made an oops, which I'll show you when we get to it, but, it happens. Shit happens. We make oopses, and I'll show you. All right, so my Book Outlet box. I'm excited. Look, totally outside of my comfort zone already. I got Princess and the Fangirl, which is, like, literally a love story. Like, it's a romance, but it's geeky, and I'm excited. Someone told me I should read Geekerella first, like, that they're actually, you have to read them in order. So I'll probably pick up Geekerella too, but I really want to pick it up because it just, I don't know. It's not my normal genre, but it sounded really cute. And then here you'll see my oops. So I scooped up this box set of the whole Cinder series, right? Or the whole Lunar Chronicles, sorry. Boom. Super excited, right? I, for some reason, didn't realize that Fairest was in this box set. So I bought a copy of Fairest. So now I have an extra copy of Fairest. So I actually have a friend who loves these. So I'm going to see if she has this. If she doesn't, then I'm just going to give it to her. There's nothing under this. It's just really heavy, so I'm not going to pick it up. But this is like the whole reason I made the order is I saw it come up and I knew it would go quickly. So I went ahead and picked it up. Like, made super quick order. Picked up this one, Fireborn. I've heard really good things about it. It's Dragon Book. That's all I really need in my life. It's Dragon Books. I've heard so many people talk about Gods of Jade and Shadow that I just had to pick it up. Like, the cover is so cool. It's like Aztec or Mayan, I think, inspired. So that's super exciting. And then I told you this is like kind of a short one. I also picked up Fate of the Fallen, which I've heard mixed things about, but it has a trope that I really think I like the reluctant hero, but I'm pretty sure like it's like a play on the Chosen One trope. Yeah. It's like he's the prophesized hero, but he doesn't want to be. So, I don't know. It just sounded interesting, so we'll see. And then, what else did I pick up? Reckoning of Fallen Gods. I somehow missed that this was mass market. What the fuck, bro? I could have sworn I just got paperback, but I guess I picked up mass market, which, whatever, I'll read it. But that doesn't make me happy. So I too oopsed. I tried to get the order in super fast so these wouldn't sell out. So that's probably why I ended up with mass market of Reckoning of Fallen Gods. But this is the second book in the, I guess the Coven series, Child of a Mad God. War is coming to the mountain far to the west. Okay, this sounds like it's going to be interesting. We'll see. Beep, that's what I got. This is my whole book outlet haul. So, I am 300 pages in. I just don't know how I feel about this book. Part of me loves it. And then part of me is like, I just don't know. Like, I don't hate it. I definitely want to finish it and see. I'm kind of upset that I didn't know it was a series, but there's that. I don't know. Like, there's things, 2 things that I tabbed, but, I mean, spoilers if you haven't read this. It's so weird, the magic system. So it's like there's elements, and you can only see them when you open your mind's eye, and they're different, like, colors, and they look different, but only men are allowed to practice magic. But there's like feminine and masculine and gender neutral, I guess, different elements, and they have to like open their mind's eye and pull them like from the air to use them. And I don't know, it's weird. And then there's like certain types of elements that come up only when you're like near death on the battlefield, and it's like called Kai, and it's like a man's element. But like the whole premise is like at the beginning of this book, the abbess and her daughter and her granddaughter, who are like these like unwanted women that are sent to this abbey to like be prostitutes basically, they do this spell that like changes magic forever. And it's kind of cool. So it's like women can no longer get pregnant unless they want to. Was like, I think, the intent of the spell. Like, so they have bodily autonomy. So basically, like, you can't be forced to produce an heir. So, like, women are just having miscarriages, and it's crazy. And now, but there's like unintended consequences. So, like, a bunch of these women are like sexually assaulted as punishment for what their abbess did. And because of that, after that, they had the Kai, which is like usually the one that's like a man's element, and it's like they're only found near death. So I guess it's like, hey, we have this like beneficial, super powerful magic, but you have to be like brutally sexually assaulted to get it, which I thought that was like super strange.
Mama, can you hear me?
My kids are playing outside. And it was just so weird. Like, they are so loud. So loud. But it's just weird. Like, the magic system doesn't fully make sense to me. Maybe I'm just dumb. But I feel like it's not super fleshed out. Like, it's just like, it's there. But it's not super fleshed out.
Oh!
And I just don't know if I love it. But I'm going to finish the book. And there's some really good moments. There's some really good themes throughout it. It's a very feminine, empowering book. But it's just, there's some strangeness that I'm not loving. Like, the magic system. It's weird. And I just... Oh, look, tiny man. So I have been like the worst about updating all week. It's just been one of those weeks where it's like, I feel like I can't focus. Like, everything is coming at once. Like, we're doing school for my daughter, and I'm working from home, and my husband had to go to Tallahassee. And it was just so much going on. But I managed to actually finish 2 books this week. Yay for me! I'm like really excited about that. When I can finish more than 1 in a week, like, I'm happy. Because I don't read like at an extreme speed like a lot of you. Like, I can't read a book a day. I just can't because I have other shit to do. But the first book I finished was Ash Princess, and I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would because it's like it's YA fantasy, which I enjoy. I like YA fantasy. But like sometimes it's just like the same thing over and over again and really tropey, and I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it so much that I went ahead and I ordered book 2 and 3 on Amazon, and it will be here Monday. If that tells you anything. But it was so good. The one character, Cress, the friend, please tell me, she reminded me of Charlotte from Princess and the Frog. Like, no, like that's how I pictured her this whole time. And I pictured her dad as daddy. Like, it's so funny. If you've read this, like, please tell me if I'm crazy, because that's how I pictured them in my head this whole time. Because she's like this, like, prissy girl who wants nothing more than to be a princess. Like, that's all she wants. Her life's goal is to be a princess, like Charlotte in Princess and the Frog. And she's friends with Thora/Theo, who's like the Ash Princess, the underdog. And just... that was my headcanon this whole time, was that she is Charlotte from Princess and the Frog. And the Thalen is like her dad, so he's like this bad military guy, but like in my head he's daddy from Princess and the Frog. Like she's got it wrapped around her finger. It was such a good book. I really love the prince, Soren. There was kind of an insta-lovey, there's a love triangle, but I still loved it. Like, I love our main character, Thora/Theo. Like, I love it. And it was just good. I liked it. It was a good, quick YA fantasy, and I want to know what else happens. And then, moving on from YA to seriously adult, I finished Women's War, which, man, was this a ride for me. I was very up and down with it. I think it gave it like 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. There was some weird moments, like there's a lot of sexual assault and violence in this. Just throw that out there. But this is like a feminist fantasy manifesto, like big time. I didn't know it was a series, so I'm gonna have to pick up the second book because I did like it enough to read the second book. I want to know what happens. There was a lot of heart-wrenching scenes in this book. There was a lot of amazingly done characters. There was a lot of gray morality, which you know I love. All of our main characters are old too, which I really love. Like Alisoun, one of our main girls, she's like in her 40s, and then we do follow a younger girl who's like in her 20s, and then we follow like the brother, Alice's brother, who's in his 40s, and like the girl that he ends up, like, it's just so good. And like, you either love to love the characters or you love to hate them, because there are people that they're so bad, but then they've got this like glimmer of like a redeemable storyline, but like they're not redeemable at all, but they've got this like spark of good, and you're like, oh, and it kind of makes you think, because not everyone is super good and not everyone is super bad, which you know I love. There was no like mustache twirling villain in this. Like, you could see the villain's motives. It was so good. The magic system was a little weird and a little confusing, but other than that, I really enjoyed this. Like, it was just good. I think I'm going to do like a whole book talk on it, because I don't see a lot of people talking about this, and I want to. Like, I did my book talk on like some like super popular books like The Poppy War and like obviously, but I want to do more like, I don't hear anybody talking about this shit, and this is like really interesting and different, and like the main character is a 40-year-old mother of 2. Like, yes please. And it's just so good. Like, I might bump up my stars. I'm like, it's 3.5 stars, but like, I loved it. I don't think it was quite a 4, but I loved it. It might be closer to 3.75. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. The more I like sit on it and think about it after I finish it, the more I enjoy it and want to pick up the second book. And then also, I haven't finished it, but on my e-reader, I have been reading Crystal Crowned, which is the last book in the Air Awakened series. And I've been reading that while I've been cycling on my new stationary bike. So yay, I'm excited for that. I've been loving it. I'm starting out slow because like it's been a while. So I'm doing like a mile at a time, but it'll get longer. My butt kind of hurts because if you've ever cycled, like I have padded pants though, like because my husband and I actually go out trail riding a lot. Well, we just haven't been able to, haven't had time. And I have butt padded pants that I wear in my cycle. But so good. Oh my God. I can't tell you much because it's the fourth book or the fifth book in a series. The last book. So good. Get it. Air Awakened series. It's on Kindle Unlimited. So get it. It's so good, y'all. So good. But yeah, that is my wrap up for the week. And I will be seeing you guys next week. Bye.